Hello everybody, SharkyHat here. Thank you for joining us again on this playthrough of Evil West. I hope you all had a lot of fun on that first episode. I was completely surprised by how good this game was for that first hour that we played it. But we're going to continue that right now. If you all hadn't noticed on the previous episode, you'll see it pop up over here or something, like maybe right below my face cam. Links to the other channels and social media accounts and all that. Feel free to follow those or subscribe to the VOD channel if you're unable to catch the new Saturday streams that we are doing. Saturday nights, 6 to 9 Eastern Standard Time over at Twitch TV/SharkyHat. Currently playing through Yakuza 0, so that's a fun game too. Really good time for me to be getting back into, a steady habit of playing games, because we have two great games going right now. This one and Yakuza 0. But right now we're going to get into this and see what's going on with Jesse's dad here at this institute.
Mr. Rentier?
At ease, boys. My father in his office?
He is.
Yep.
Sir.
So we are... Man, this guy looks like he has seen through some stuff.
He sends his regards. He's afraid you'll try and talk him out of retirement again.
I don't believe either of us want that.
You know he did risk his life to get this for you.
That's Harrow's trinket. I'm sure you'll both be rewarded accordingly.
Edgar isn't some civilian looking for a medal. This is all he knows. Your institute saw to that.
My institute? This isn't about Agent Gravener, Jesse. We are on the cusp of great progress, great change. Today's presentation is of critical importance to the family. After which...
Edgar is family.
After which, I expect you to step up to your duties here at the manor.
With all due respect, Director, I am a field agent, not a paper pusher.
You're a rentier!
Why must you always make me spoon-feed these things to you, Jesse? There are bigger
Your dad
things
seems like a
at
dick.
work here than running around in caves slaying beasts. I do believe someday soon you will see it my way. And if you don't, it's my responsibility to force that change. Now, leave me be. I must prepare for the presentation.
So our big badass main character
Get in here to clean up this mess.
has daddy issues, which I can definitely see through the character design. He definitely strikes me as the guy who has some family issues.
Mr. Rentier, Agent Feathers is waiting for you in the
What
lobby.
are you?
Oh,
President Lincoln.
officially they called it a cholera epidemic, but truth was they were dealing with a terrible outbreak of amateur necromancy. The entire institute was engaged in the hunt.
So looking at this picture, this is the most photoshopped thing I've ever seen in my life, and it's very funny. Amateur necromancy. That's great.
Edgar and my father in the Civil War. Right before the bloody Battle of the Wilderness, Central Virginia. His life changed forever during that fight. Highborn nearly killed him. Badly tore up his leg. Edgar carried him in the dead of night across enemy lines to a field hospital, but surgeon could only do so much. After that, Dad could no longer function in the field.
Alright, so he suffered a injury in the war. These photos are so funny because they're very obviously bad photoshops.
Heavy as hell.
Silver Gauntlet. Yep, that's what we currently have. Nice.
This is huge. Did you see that airship? All the big shots from DC don't come here for no reason.
Word is, the director's gonna show off a new version.
Collect all these lore pieces.
Veil of Secrets.
Daily Mail, June 1894. Unexplained creature sightings in Richmond, California.
Long time no see, Mr. Rentier.
So I like how we're kind of getting a little bit of world building here. Allow me to convey on behalf of the President of the United States, Benjamin Harris, my warmest congratulations to Rentier's Institute's 75th anniversary. opening 50th branch of the Institute, which coincides with the celebration, is a true mark of importance that this fine institute has in our great country. I am more than confident that Director Rentier's visionary leadership will continue to protect our citizens from any supernatural forces we can encounter. Yours truly, Secretary of War, Stephen Benton Elkins. I wonder if that's actually a real guy. Yes, we're going to be attending the reception together, and DC's Rentier Institute Outpost Director, Mr. Edward Jones. Hope you don't mind letting him leave his post for this well-deserved celebration. Okay. Oh, also, stuff that I said in the previous episode, Focus and, you know, making this feel like God of War and Focus Entertainment and all that. They did say that this was kind of inspired by God of War 2018's in terms of like the combat and everything. And is this just my control stick, or is it just leveling out the field of view? Okay, so it levels it out, so I can't just stay perpetually looking down. That's good to know. And Focus Entertainment, they're a publishing group, and they've actually published A Plague's Tale: Innocence, which is something we just played on the stream. So I was very surprised to figure that out. I didn't connect that from the opening credits.
First year cadet training. I'm the shortest one of the bunch. The very next year, I grew like a weed. Had to buy all new pants.
So,
Mr. Rentier, you remember me?
so it's cool because Focus Entertainment, as a publishing company, has actually put out some stuff that we might be playing sometime soon. They did a few of the Warhammer games. I think they did Dark Tide, and they did I think they did Necromunda, which is kind of a big one going on right now.
You're just in time. The presentation should be
Agent Feathers.
What do you got for me this time?
Use bucks to buy weapon upgrades. Healing is now followed up by a 5-second invulnerability. It's $9.50. Can I afford both? I cannot. I'm about 1,000 off. Aimed rifle, aim weapon, perfect for long-range precision shots. Free bullet. Hitting a weak spot now restores a bullet spent on it. Shoot while airborne for extra damage. Okay, yeah, we're going to go with the invincibility. And we're going to go with the... Damn it, I'm just short of the free bullet. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with the healing invincibility, though. I think in the long run, that will be the better option. And buy upgrades anytime. Pressing this and going to upgrades. Okay, so I can just do that in the field. Cool. So I'm getting these like little lag drops. Frame drops, Dallas. Frame drops, not lag drops. But I did also fix the screen tearing a little bit by adjusting some settings, so I think we're good. What was our objective? Can I get anything? Nope, I don't have any. Oh shit. Thought I picked up this gold at the end of the last episode, but I guess it did not save it. So that's fine. We'll just go back in. Let's go back and recollect stuff. Thought there was more gold than just that one. Am I just not remembering things right? Huh. Could have sworn there was another thing of gold. $200 short. Okay. And now where do I go? Can I... Where? Oh, okay, over here. Yeah, still getting some frame rate drops. Don't know why. Directorial.
The portrait, what was his name? Philemon Cole? He was so curious about those gauntlets. Word came back that he talked about them in a local pub, and Father had to give him a very stern talking to. Scared the living piss out of him. Father was a very private person. I'm surprised he ever consented to even pose for this portrait. You can see by the look in his eyes he wasn't too happy about it.
Clearly. Really weird, because, like, this guy's easily, like, late 20s, early 30s, but he's, like, being yelled at like a kid by his dad.
Welcome home, Mr. Rentier, sir.
Just really weird. I expected this character to be just a little bit older. Alright, what's going on with this?
Gentlemen, if you'll take your seats. And, welcome. Yeah, I'm Assistant Secretary of War, James Harrow. President Cleveland wants you to know how appreciative we are of the vital service the Rentier Institute performs, defending our great country from monsters of all shapes and sizes. He also wanted me to make sure you're not blowing all our money on Mexican Monty, but that's another conversation. Yes, quite. Well, as I say,
It's actually really funny. Just the one guy laughing in the crowd.
God bless America.
Thank you all for gathering here tonight. It's rare we gather in such numbers, but I believe great progress calls for momentous celebration. Our efforts in the fight against the sanguisuga's spread have too often been baffled by the creature's most insidious weapon, their so-called glamours. These impenetrable illusions have allowed countless fiends to slip through our grasp for too long. That ends now. Agent Rentier, we've upgraded the standard field agent's gauntlet with something our science bots have affectionately named the Zapper. Not exactly an elegant name, but it does the trick. When triggered, the Zapper sends out an electrical impulse that shatters any nearby sanguisuga's glamours forthwith, eliminating what is not and leaving only what is.
So we got a taser gauntlet now.
Distributed to cells nationwide post-haste, allowing us to sweep our respective territories for glamoured nooks and crannies. This is the beginning of a new age, gentlemen. Armed with this gauntlet, there is no way our enemy can surprise us.
Okay, so the whole Zeppelin's going down. Oh, they're just launching an attack. Jeez. Okay, so it's a raid on the base. Let's go. Innovative device. Within the to disrupt illusions, one lieutenant utilizes as a support weapon. Press LB to block. Okay. The block when enemies attacking you to electrocute them and opening up towards the E combo. Ooh. Oh, so I have to time the block. Alright. And I just beat the shit out of them. Good to know. Yeah, just beat the shit out of them. Awesome. So that's a cool little gadget we got there. New perk. Did I get a new perk? To block, leaving all open. Okay. Is that just it? Or do I have... No, okay. I guess it's just telling me that I have a new perk tree.
Jesus Christ. Hope Baker made it out in one piece.
Yeah, they just... Electrical arc can pull enemies marked by LB and down to pull the enemy and electrocute it. What? Holy shit. Alright. Yeah, why not? That makes no sense, like, as an ability, but I'm here for it. So if I... So what is that? Is that like a stun marker that now appears over him? New perk again. Zapper pool. Okay, and then I guess we're getting one more thing. Let's just run through this burning airship in a Western game about vampires. This is awesome. Yeah, I was not expecting like an airship to crash this early in the game, but I'm here for it. So this strikes me as an arena, though. I was about to say, where's the cutscene? What are you? What? Alright, so there's that. Okay, so those things throw, like, ticks at us? Thank you. So I guess... Okay. Yep. More guys. Beat the shit out of them. There we go. Is that everybody? Alright, music stopped, so I guess it is. Yeah, what are these guys' deal? Infected Proteus. There is no academical consensus among RI scientists as to how or why they grow a toxic parasite worm in its gut. The intestinal bacteria to birth this new creature, serious micro. Some believe that vampire blood carries microscopic parasites that grow into larvae once fed into the host body. Although they are not extremely bright, they are dangerous and unpredictable. And the Highborn. Pure blood descendants of the originals. Extremely intelligent, dangerously cunning, physically imposing. Okay. So yeah, I like that theory. I like the idea of, you know, vampires kind of being more of like a parasite than like just some magic or something. But let's continue on here. Did he just say swinging?
Jess, thank Christ. Where's my father?
Still kicking ass last time I saw him.
Old fool thinks he's still in the field.
Listen, he wants us to destroy the archives before these assholes get their hands on it. You get to it, and I'll find Harrow's pampered ass. Meet me out front.
I like Edgar.
Never thought I'd have to blow up my own house.
I mean, yeah. I guess that is the plan, isn't it? That animation looks so much like a Kratos animation. I actually want to see a side-by-side comparison, because I feel like it might just be ripped off.
What a massacre. I'm gonna find who did this and take the asshole.
Alright, so we follow... Do I have money now to get this upgrade? I do. Definitely would like this having that weak spot targeting. This feels like an arena. Zap or dash? I have a... Bruh. Bruh. They're just like, hey man. Yeah, they're just like, hey man, we're just gonna give you a fucking like dash move because we feel like it. But I really do like this, just like running to enemies and beating the shit out of them. I went through the parasites too. Okay, yep, can't get up there. Now, what is this area? Like, why don't we just have this, like, Tesla coil going on right here? This isn't even, like, the presentation area. This is just an area they have in this building. Let's go, though. Let's see what else. What is all of... Oh. Are these just all decapitated vampires? They are. This is just where they keep the vampire heads. Hey, we're just gonna collect these vampire heads and just not... Nobody's gonna ask questions. This game's wild. This world building is like... This world building is wild and just fantastic. And I'm definitely here for it. Alright, more archives.
Joseph Warren and great-grandfather Dick. To find the Tick headquarters, he let the Brits take him captive. Would have loved to have seen the surprise on their faces when he incinerated those Tick nests and saved their royal asses.
Alright, so this has been going on since before... Or since the Revolutionary War. Yeah, you know what this is? God, this... I hate that it reminds me of it, but this reminds me of... Fuck, this reminds me of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Which is stupid to say, but it's definitely got that same feeling of like, oh, vampires have always been here. Yeah, what is my mission? Questionable card. Oh, I have... Yeah, there are secrets. I have not found a chest. I found 8 out of 9 archives, and I found 7 out of 12 gold. I missed 1 gold stack. Good to know. Now, where is my holding? Oh, find Edgar. Okay. I just found Edgar, though. He was outside, right? I mean... Am I missing something? Like... Oh, there's a whole other path. Got it. Because, like, we just left Edgar. This feels like an arena room. Hey. Do this. Then see what's up there.
Jesus, gotta get out of here. It's gonna blow.
Shit. Okay. Let's do that invincibility too. Let's test that out. Yeah, just... I'm gonna say it, I feel like this stun kind of trivializes a little bit of the enemies because I'm just constantly hitting them with a stun. Okay, that blew open that door. Good to know. What are you? Oh, okay. I get to punch it. Good to know. Completely forgot that the punching to break stuff was a thing. That's probably why I missed something in the previous episode. But we knew we had to go up here.
Now to find my father.
How big was this Zeppelin? Like, I know it was big, but I don't think it was this big. Like, this is a boss arena? Nope, you don't strike me as a boss, you strike me as a new common enemy type. Okay. Beat the shit out of them. Do that, beat the shit out of them. Do that. Level up. New perk, new perk. Electric perk is available. Hold B and R to jump forward and smash the ground with a damaging blast. Take higher damage or knocked back. Use your movement to adjust the direction. Killing a mid enemy has 100% of dropping the energy pickup. On the spot, weak point is a chance of dropping health. Extra splash damage to other enemies. That's good. Chaining the attack right with the previous one deals extra damage and makes the next punch faster. Okay. Hold LB while looking at a mid enemy to smash him into the ground with a electric slam. Slamming enemies creates a small blast which knocks down other enemies. Pickups. What does it mean by pickups? Like, that's what I'm confused about. Quake punch. Seems like that would be a good choice. Melee. Oh, okay. Requires energy. And then stuff we have drops energy. Okay, I get it now. Hold will be looking at a minute enemy to... Yeah. No. I'm gonna take the quick punch. Just so we, Ooh. Good thing I have this, 5 seconds of invincibility. This combat system's so fucking good. Oh my god, this combat system. There's so much variety. Like I'm discovering now, like there's so much variety to this. It's incredible. And Flying Hog Games, I don't know, I can't remember what else they did. But I have to double check that or something. Because I don't think this is their first game, but because if it's their first game, then they're knocking it out of the park. But I don't think it is. I think they've done other stuff. Alright, here we go. Nice. Oh my god, this is so good. I just fucking continually dash to people. Yeah, I just kill normal enemies. Caught him in midair. Back it up, back it up, back it up. There we go. Alright, things are getting a little more diabolical. There we go. Got the weak points, got the health. Whew. The variety of enemy types does a lot for this game. I'm digging it. I'm really digging this game. And it's very linear too, so it's like there's definitely some exploring, but a lot of it is more just getting through. Like, I don't know why I couldn't just walk through that. I don't know why I had to go over it, but it's whatever. Sounds like there's some rootin' tootin' vampire shooting going on. Okay.
What is this?
What is going on here? Oh.
Get him out of here. I got this.
This man's just walking in. He's like, I don't even know what the hell that is, but we're gonna just... Oh, it's the little girl.
Do not do that, you fleshy toad. You nearly hit him.
Jesus Christ, she's so fast.
Mighty Rentier Institute, choking on ash and blood.
This little girl is going to be the villain of the game, isn't she? Okay. So, creepy little girl is the enemy of the game. That is a screenshot. That hole just like the caked in blood. And the point, that's a screenshot right there. Are we gonna...
I order you not to let me die like that!
I almost had her. If it weren't for that old wound. Oh, Jesus Christ, don't get old, son.
Yeah, never get married. Now stop blabbing, you're gonna be fine. I know what I'm doing.
This is the key, Jesse. Don't let it out of your sight. It's all we've got. It's in your hands now.
All right. So...
Stop! We need to get the fuck out of here!
We need to find a defensive position to hold us over till morning. Then we head to Calico.
Yeah, I don't think leading them to... So I don't think leading them to, you know, another town would be the best idea.
My wife could blow this defensive position over with a wet fart.
We need the higher ground.
Yeah.
And that's where the sun will hit first.
I'll get the horses, and we'll stand our ground up there.
Shotgun? Fucking double, but heavy hitting sawed-off shotgun, ideal for close combat and dealing damage to multiple opponents. Used with X when not on cooldown. It's not a core weapon. It is more of a defensive weapon. Okay. Press X to use the Rentier boomstick. Whew, some more frame rate drops. Okay. Cool. Okay, that is cool. The glory kills, too, going back to, like, Doom 2016 terms. I like how they're pretty fast. Ooh. Okay. I thought I was, like, in a little, like, tutorial battle, not a, actual battle. Okay, so that shotgun hit that guy too. Oh, I didn't know the revolver actually, like, auto-targeted. That's different. That's satisfying. Okay. Oh. Maybe I should have been looking for stuff like that in the previous areas. Alright, so I have to go that way, I think. So we're gonna head right over here. See what secrets lay in wait. It's a chest. Some more money. Yeah, we're gonna head back. How fast does that shotgun cool down? Picking up doubles. What was that? Something doubles the HP. Calm down, man. Oh, this is a big ol' arena. Oof. Ooh. All right. There we go. Fuck. Alright, that wasn't too bad. You have enough bucks to buy an upgrade. Yeah, what be you? Shielded enemy. Hit it with the Gauntlet's Punch or the X-Boom Stick, which is significantly more effective. Alternatively, use the back when available. There we go. Interesting boss design. Wait, it just regrew the shield? Whew. Okay. Whew. Alright, so... Oh, man. This is just gonna be a, Alright, I now understand why my health is red, though. So I think I... need to remember if I can... I need to start getting better at that, you know, blocking, or not blocking, but interrupting, you know, attacks. Okay. There we go. Oof. Jesus. Fuck, 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 fuck. Damn it. Okay, first death. Interesting boss fight. Then need to learn how to start interrupting the attacks and stuff like that. Nice. Okay, I've lost the bonus health that I had, so that's not good. Okay. Alright, so we got him a little ways down. Shit. Ooh. Oh man, this is a interesting boss fight, but we're getting it. I think the dynamite's really helping. Okay, you gonna go for the third one? There we go. Come on, come on, come on. We executed him with the double barrel. Nice. Alright. Like that, we whipped out the double barrel and shot him in the face. Like I said, I'm liking the enemy variety. It's keeping me on my toes. That was the first difficult boss fight we had. The first one was just kind of like understanding it, but that one was actually kind of difficult. There was patterns and, you know, defenses you had to break through. But let's see, we have a perk, so can't get anything else until level 5 for these things. So we're going to... Oh, excuse me. Press RA. Okay, that's why I wasn't able to do Superman Punch. I wasn't holding A. Good to know. We are going to get... Hitting a weak spot has health upgrades. Now we're going to get the slam. And we're going to buy the 20% faster cooldown. Yeah, whatever can get me using my gun faster. Performing the zap or pull or dash supercharges the gauntlet and greatly increases the next melee punch damage. Good to know. One bullet shy, can now fit an additional bullet. Okay. What am I supposed to cover? Hey! It's supposed to cover someone, but whom? Oh, that's the... that has glamour on it. Okay. So. Ooh. Let's do this. That. Ooh. Okay. It's getting a little bit dicey. Jesus. Alright, kept him there. That was good. This is the worst. No, no, no. Why is it auto-aiming? Oh. Nice.
Running real low, Jess. Kinda busy here, Edgar.
Oh, what is happening here? Sudden power surge, a little punch away while you can. What the bro? Hell yeah. What the hell was that?
Out of lightning?
Good thing we still got a big shiny ace up our sleeve.
Jesus
Ugh.
fucking Christ. I don't think he's breathing.
Calico, it's around the corner. There's a doctor there.
Calico Town, an RI cell with the best civilians save to monsters killed ratio. So we overcharged and got to dash around and just beat the shit out of everything. I fuck with that.
Doc, we need help.
Lewis, Protocol Epsilon.
So, new character here.
Sit down and roll up your sleeve.
Transfusion.
We will save your father, Mr. Rentier.
I like the doctor already. She's no nonsense. Yeah, what's going on with that little girl?
Hey, hey, hey. It's fine. He's the cell's engineer.
Virgil only. It's an honor to finally meet you in the flesh.
We're getting some new characters.
Gauntlet is a thing of beauty. Only a genius could.
I need that fixed. Yesterday.
I'll need a bigger lab if I'm gonna solve the mysteries of time travel, sir. I mean...
How are we doing?
Harrow needs a scapegoat. He won't leave without someone to blame for that fiasco.
Pissed off little highborn looking for her maker's head? No one could have predicted that.
I don't think she did all that for just Debano.
Debano.
I'm missing something. I bet my last buck we'll hear more from this Felicity tick pretty soon. I'm gonna check if Amelia needs some backup with Harrow.
Amelia.
I have to bend over this bar and indiscreetly fuck to get some coffee around here.
What a day. See you in the briefing room.
I like the vibes of these characters. Like, I really like the vibes of the characters and the dynamic and the comedy that has popped up from this game's writing. It's very good. Is that yeah, it looks like it's a vampire. Some notes for me.
Owe you everything, Doctor.
Amelia and Virgil in Calico. 1884, which would be 10 years, 11 years prior. But let's see, anything else in this room here that I might have missed? Nope. Alright. Well, it's actually about that time. This is probably a good place to call it. Getting to a new town, introducing some new characters, and we'll see what next episode has to offer for us. So, thank you all for watching this episode of Evil West. I'm definitely enjoying this game, and I would recommend everybody who has wanted a good single-player linear story game to play to definitely pick this up. This is definitely worth it. But yeah, so I'll see you guys on the next episode. check out the other channels, the podcast channel, the tabletop RPG channel. Both those links for Without Context and Dummies and D20s will be in the description, as they always are. Check out the VOD channel. Check out the live stream. This is going up on Friday, tomorrow night. 6 to 9 Eastern Standard Time over at the Twitch channel. I'd love to see you guys there as we play some Yakuza. But this is SharkyHat. This has been episode 2 of Evil West, and I will see you all on the next episode. Take care, everybody.